Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, NHL and NBA is what we've got. We've got, I believe, 7 games in the NBA, 13 in the NHL. So we get a decent card for both. One thing I will say is with the NBA, one thing they do well is they do balance out their games a lot better than the NHL does, because it feels like NBA, there's never less than 5, but there's never more than like 12. It's always in between like that 6 and 10 range, something along those lines. So that's one thing I will give them credit for, is they know how to balance out their slates. But before we get into everything there, we will take a look back at yesterday, and it was a good day, and damn it, did I need a good day. I went 5-1 overall yesterday. 1-0 in college basketball. The only thing I got to yesterday was Nicholls State plus the 1.5. They went outright 88-82 against Incarnate Word. So winner there, Nicholls State. And I had, and we'll go to the NBA real quick, and then we'll talk about the football game. The Detroit Pistons plus 8. How about they went outright, Tim? So Pistons money line would have cashed as well. That was nice to see. Memphis plus 2.5, and I feel very happy that I took the 2.5 rather than the money line, because that game finished 120-118. Cashed by the hook. There. Clippers minus 6. They get the job done 109-98. That was one of my favorite spots on the card yesterday, was the Clippers. My only loss on the card yesterday was that 2-teamer that I put together with the Lakers and the Clippers. And I said, usually under normal circumstances, that would have probably been a play on the Spurs. Probably should just play the Spurs. But it is what it is. Lost the 2-teamer there. That was the only loss, because then also last night, one play in the NFL, I said leave the points at the door at the Rams. They're going to win outright. Yeah, plus 130. Nice little winner there. Death, taxes, and Minnesota teams getting bounced in the first round. Never changed Vikings. Skolol. I believe that was my tweet last night for that. So nice to see the team that was the bane of my existence get bounced in the first round of the playoffs, so I don't have to worry about them the rest of the year. So that was nice. Nice winner as well. Overall, good day, up 4.30 units. Hopefully we'll do that again today.
Yeah, no, it was a good day yesterday. Up 2.34 on the site. Went 4-2. The losers were Arkansas Pine Bluff. They were winning at halftime, then lost the second half by 15. Not ideal. And then Memphis, that game was close the entire time. They lose by 2. If I took the spread, it probably could have gotten a push, but so be it. Detroit wins outright. Toronto wins outright. Hey, Nick, remember when everybody was super hyped up about the Golden State Warriors, and I said there was going to be a regression? Well, last night they just lost to the 8-31 Toronto Raptors to fall to a game under 500. Oof. Nicholls State, easy winner there. And the Rams were a easy winner as well. Yeah, 4-2 day on the site. Very happy with how it went. And already looking towards next week's playoffs for the NFL. I'm excited for the final game of the weekend. Bills and Ravens. The Ravens are now favored in that game.
I think after the show, I was going to make it official. I was going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I'll be on the Ravens. I have a feeling I'm going to be on the Chiefs as well, but
See, I think the big dog of the week is, or not the big dog like to win outright, but I think the Texans cover against the Chiefs. I think the Texans give the Chiefs a little bit more than they think.
Maybe, but
Still think the Chiefs. Still think that. And here's the thing: is Chiefs Lions seems overly obvious. It's obviously going to cash though, so we'll see.
All right, we'll say hi to the chat, which is Nicholas Handy. How you doing today? And we'll go ahead and jump into the NBA card.
Yeah, let's get started. The Oklahoma City Thunder are at the Philadelphia 76ers. 10.5-point favorites are the Thunder, total of 218.5. This line has moved. It's now up to a 11.5. Keep in mind, I typed these games up about 2.5 hours ago. So we will see different lines from what they are now. Line opened up at a 12. It got all the way down to a 10, and now it's an 11.5. So we do have a half-point line movement towards Philadelphia. Line opened up to 17.5. It's now 219 in this game. 82% of tickets, 93% of cash on the over. The line's at least moving towards the over for those over bettors. And then 63% of tickets and 65% of cash is on the Thunder. Yet this line's gone from a 12 to a 11.5 and got all the way down to a 10.5 at one point. Philadelphia is 15-22. They're starting to play a little bit better, all things considered, compared to where they started the year. Granted, they've lost back-to-back games in 3 of their last 4 and 5 of their last 7. But they were on a nice run before that, I guess. And on the flip side, Oklahoma City looks like the best team in basketball, or one of the best teams in basketball, 32-7 this year. I am not laying 11.5 on the road. I'm not taking Philadelphia. Lean towards the over, but a little bit too public for me. This one's an easy pass to start my card.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to lay double digits on the road. Even though, yes, the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. Keep in mind, they have their next game at home versus Cleveland, the team that just gave them their 6th loss of the year. So I definitely think this could be more of a look-ahead spot, but would I ever trust the Sixers right now to cover that big of a spread? No, I would not. This is a team that just on the 10th lost to New Orleans. Yeah, no, I'm not going to buy into them. I'm happy that they're doing bad this year, but we're just going to kind of skip over this game. I'm not going to bet it. I feel no reason to. This NBA card's kind of meh. I do have at least one spot that I like, 2 spots that I like. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Untouchable. Team total over for the 76ers.
I would have to trust the Sixers to do literally anything.
Supness, what's up, Lex? And the Cavs are better. Yes, technically the Cavs are better. Rams was sweat-free. Williams first touchdown scorer, same game parlay. Williams first touchdown. Rams money line boosted 14-1 as well as plus 320 on Williams anytime touchdown. Rams money line.
Wow. There you go.
Got smacked around in the NFL like a tortilla. Nice. Let's keep on rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. The Cavaliers 7-point favorites, total of 232.5. Take a look at the line history in this one here, where now we're starting to see 8s. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8. Line opened up at a 231.5. It's now 232.5. So it moved towards the over and a move towards the Cavaliers. 59% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on the Pacers in this game. Yet the line's moving towards the Cavs. 83% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the over. At least the line is moving towards said over for those over bettors to feel not completely meh about the play. The Cleveland Cavaliers are coming in off of a game against these Indiana Pacers that they lost by 15 points. Yeah. So we have granted a big road favorite, but a motivated road favorite in this spot here. Yeah, I'm going to be on Cleveland in this game, especially with, it's 59% tickets, 54% cash on Cleveland. So A little bit more love for Cleveland or for my bad on Indiana. A little bit more love for Indiana in this spot than I thought there would be. The line's moving towards Cleveland, and we're starting to see some 8.5s out there. We're still seeing the 7.5 minus 115 over on ESPN Bet, which is what I'm going to go ahead and take here. Cleveland minus 7.5 minus 115 ESPN Bet.
I just got 7 on them. I love these short-term revenge spots, especially. Did you see that game at all? Cleveland lost by 15.
No.
Cleveland was also up 13 points at halftime. Just one of the ultimate collapses. They end up losing the second half 68-40. So not a pretty second half for them. I think they step up today, go into Indiana, take care of business, kind of build up a little bit of momentum because the next game for Cleveland is at Oklahoma City. So I definitely see this one as they need to build up a little bit of momentum. Although I do have Oklahoma City winning against them in the next game that they play against each other. But I took Cleveland. I got minus 7.
Yep, I got 7.5, but yeah, a good line there.
Rams money line was a breeze. Really was.
Yeah, it was.
Nice. Hit a small plus 2,600 parlay. I love how he put small 2,600 parlay. Cavs short-term revenge after losing to the Pacers on Sunday. Looking at some small alternative spreads and maybe Cleveland in the over. Yes. Cavs minus 2.5.
First quarter. I don't hate that.
Yes. See an NBA game? Yeah, definitely not. I don't blame you. Let's keep on rolling, Nick, and I'm going to get invested in this one too.
Yeah, we have the Phoenix Suns and the Atlanta Hawks. This line opened up at a 2, and now it's all the way up to a 5.5. So we have a big move towards Phoenix in this game. Line opened up 236. It's now 234.5. So move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 54% of tickets, 56% of the cash is on the Suns in this game. The line has drastically moved towards them. 71% of the tickets are on the over, but 51% of cash on the under in this game. With this line, I believe, going towards the under in this one. Yeah, it's moved towards the under in this game between Phoenix and Atlanta, with looks like sharp money on it. And I'm kind of interested in the under in this game. Atlanta's been a heavy over team, though. That's one thing that kind of concerns me. But when the markets are kind of pointing that way, Atlanta has really struggled as of late. All of a sudden, they lost 4 of their last 5 games. Phoenix is definitely not a team I trust to cover numbers. They have won 3 in a row, though, but they're 1-1 ATS in those games. So that's something to keep an eye out as well. There's got to be some type of injury to move this line 3.5 points, right? It looks like Trae Young is day-to-day with an Achilles. So is Bogdanovich. So Trae Young potentially out. If they rule him out, I'm going to write this down. If they rule out Trae Young, I want the Hawks. So rule out Trae, bet Atlanta. If they rule out Trae Young, I'll take Atlanta at like right now 5.5. So my guess would be 6, 6.5, 7. Something along those range. I'll go ahead and bet them if that's the case.
Yeah, I just took the over. This has been a Hawks team that I've just been kind of blindly betting overs with. They're 24, 12, and 2 to the over, and I've been betting it for the past, month and a half, 2 months. So this has just been a spot that I've been going after a bunch. I don't feel a need to want to jump off of it. They've gone over in 4 out of 5 games. So I'm gonna keep rolling with the Hawks overs. Kind of just like a system play for me, Nick.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, if this wasn't just like a blind bet for you, I think this would be a game you would probably want to stay off for an over personally, but that's just my cap on the game though.
Yeah. Love fading Minnesota teams in the playoffs. Yep. Sprinkle the ECU money line. UNT is not him. I don't want to put any of my hard-earned money towards ECU basketball.
No.
Lean Hawks. That's fair. Can we get a 1-800?
Yeah, but this game looks kind of appealing. This line opened up at a 2.5, immediately went to a 1.5, and that's where we stayed. Line opened up at a 235, and it's skyrocketed all the way up to a 241. So a big move towards the over here. 67% of tickets, 74% cash on the over in this game. We have 55% of tickets, 51% of the cash is on the Bulls spread, so that's why the line really hasn't moved. 72% of tickets and 55% of the cash on the money line here for the Bulls. I kind of want to see where this money line has gone, because it opened up at a 135. It's now down to a 125 for the Chicago Bulls. I'm interested in New Orleans here in this one, and I think New Orleans is going to be one of those teams where there might be value on them going forward a little bit. They are coming in off of an almost win against the Boston Celtics. If they won that game against the Celtics, I probably wouldn't be looking their way this game. I would be looking to fade them. On the flip side, Chicago, they're coming in off of a loss, but they covered. They've covered in 4 of their last 5 games. They've been dogs in all of one of them. And that was the game they played the Wizards in Blue Mountain. I kind of want New Orleans here as looks like they're getting fully healthy. Zion's now playing. McCollum's now playing. So they're becoming a healthier team. I'm not saying they're going to become a juggernaut overnight, but they're not going to be this bottom dweller that we've seen in the beginning of the season so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the New Orleans Pelicans. I can get 1.5 at -110 over on Bet365, over on Fanatics, over on ESPN. The 1.5s are available out there. Give me the New Orleans Pelicans here, plus 1.5, -110.
At least they're starting to cover more. They're covering 4 out of 6. I want to see a little bit more from a fully healthy Pelicans team before I want to go and put any type of money on them. So I'm going to make it quite simple for this one, Nick. I want to press the 1-800 gambler button and move on. These are 2 teams. I believe the Bulls are not in a play-in spot right now. And if they are, that just shows how shit the East is. Let's see. The Bulls. Oh, wow. The Bulls are in the 10 seed. That's hilarious. But at the same time, the Suns are in the 10 seed as well. But at least the Suns are even 500. No, I'm not going to go after this game. This is a 1-800 gambler game. I want to see a little bit more from this from the Pelicans before I can go put money on them. So I'm going to stay off this one.
Fair.
Not touching the Suns game. It's a big whopper of a game, but the marquee matchup, Trailblazers -245. Pelicans +105. The under. It is a big total, but at the same time, these 2 teams don't play defense. So, Bulls off of a loss scares me.
The Bulls don't scare me at all.
Yeah, the Bulls.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans. Yeah, maybe this is a spot where you look at the futures market and you maybe buy low on the Pels to take them over their current win total.
Yeah, I think that's still a stretch, Nick.
Really?
I'm still not going to buy into them. Yes, there's probably value in doing so, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm kind of curious what it is personally. I'll look it up when you're breaking down the next game, or when once you're breaking down the next game. But we'll want to move on to the next one.
Sure.
We have the Sacramento Kings and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 2-point favorites in this game, total of 228. Line opened up at a 3. It went down to a 1.5 2 minutes later, and then went right back to a 2. So really, there's been barely any line movement on this game. line opened up 230. It's down to a 228.5. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 59% of tickets, 52% of the cash is coming in on the Kings in this one. And then we have 77% of tickets, 71% of the cash coming in on the over. The line, I believe, is going down. So that's kind of interesting there. Yeah, it went from a 230 down to a 228.5. Kind of think that this game could be a little bit of an under game. The Sacramento Kings all of a sudden are playing some damn good basketball. 7 wins in a row for the Sacramento Kings. They're coming in off of a win, but not covering against the Chicago Bulls in their last game, 124-119 win, which followed up the win by a win against Boston. And on the flip side, we have the Milwaukee Bucks coming in off the embarrassing 140-106 loss to the New York Knicks. I kind of think that the Bucks might be the look in this game. The more and more I look at it, it really depends on the opening line you got. I've been seeing twos all basically 1.5 twos the entire time. I think the Bucks are the play in this game. The more and more I look at this spot for Milwaukee after an embarrassing loss, you have Sacramento feeling good about themselves. 7 straight wins. It's just the last game. That's the last game of a road trip for the Sacramento Kings as well. So yeah, I'm going to get involved here, and I can get a decent number over on FanDuel, -126 on the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to go ahead and take that.
Yeah, it was awfully close, but I mean, you've seen how many times I've bet the Bucks this year. I'm not gonna. Even though yes, it's probably a spot that I should be taking the Bucks. They're a short favorite after getting blown out, so it is normally a spot that I like to go after. This Kings team has just been really solid as of late, and not a team I'm going to be in the market to try to fade right now. So, it would be Bucks or nothing. I'm not going to trust them. This has been a team that I've been low on all year long.
Yeah.
So
I think this is a great spot for them. I'm taking a shot with them.
It could be a good spot for them. I'm just not going to buy into it. You got to take shots as gamblers. As a gambler, if you see value, start buying low. Now, yeah. I mean, I'm not talking Nick off of the Pelicans win total, which I was looking for and I could not find. Bulls money line, double revenge. I was looking at Bovada. Bulls money line, double revenge spot. This is a prototype and a system play. Bucks, Kings. Gotta be honest, Kings looking nice. Kings are starting to look like the team I thought they would be in the beginning of the year, to be honest. So it's good to see that. I will get invested in this game, Nick.
Yeah. Also, to bring it back, I found the on ESPN Bet they have the win total here for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's how many games? 81 in the NBA season, right? 81?
I think it's 82.
80? 82? All right. Then there's 42 games remaining for the New Orleans Pelicans. They're 8-32. What do you think their win total is?
8-32, so 40 games, so about half left. Probably 20, 23.
21.5 juice towards the over, -130. I think the Pelicans are a team that maybe you can take a shot at over 21.5 wins with.
Maybe.
But we'll move on. We have the Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks. The Nuggets 4.5 point favorites in this game. Line opened up at a 6.5, went down to a 5, now down to a 4.5, and down to a 4. So it's moved swiftly towards these Dallas Mavericks. Line opened up 230. It's now 233. So we have a move towards the over here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, we have 61% of the tickets and 57% of the cash on the Denver Nuggets. 77 and 80 on the over in this game as well. And we have, if this feels familiar, like you just saw this matchup, you did. These two teams just played on the 12th, which was 2 days ago. It was an 11-point win and cover in Dallas for the Denver Nuggets. We're back in Dallas. That line was a 5.5. Now we're down to a 4.5. I think this is the spot that the Mavericks at least cover, if not win outright. This is a short-term revenge spot. You don't want to lose both games at home. And we're starting to see 3.5s pop up as well. So I'm going to get the 4 when I still can over on Fanatics. I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks here, +4, -110.
Already on them. Yeah, I love these short-term revenge spots, Nick. And I know we just saw with these two teams playing the other day. Keep in mind, Dallas is still I believe, obviously, they're still without Luka for a while. Irvin's day-to-day, but I'm thinking he's going to play, especially if the line keeps moving down the way it is. It definitely seems like a spot that he could be coming back. And, hey, this just proves, as a sports bettor, sometimes you need to bet against your teams. I'm a Nuggets fan. I'm on the Dallas Mavericks today.
Like it.
Not to, by the way, these two teams 4 and 5 in the West right now, so it's kind of a close race between them two as well.
Like, we could see this matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah, this would be a fun matchup in the playoffs, especially when Luke is back. You know the routine: Joker triple-double, Porter over Pra as well. Yeah, and then pass for Coyote. We've got one more NBA game, Nick.
Yeah, it's the marquee matchup of the night, the Brooklyn Nets and the Portland Trail. My bad, that's the Pelicans and the Bulls. The marquee matchup. Portland are 6-point favorites in this game, total of 218. Line opened up at a 5, it's now up to a 6. Line opened up at a 218, it's still a 218. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 58% of the tickets and 52% of cash on the Nets, and the line's moving slightly towards the Trailblazers. 82% of tickets, 84% of cash is on the over here as well. So a lot of public overs today. Ultimately, I don't know if this is a game I'm getting involved with. If I'm playing, I'm laying with the Blazers in this spot. But they're coming in off of multiple losses in a row. They have covered in 4 of their last 5. But they've been dogs in 8 straight games. So all of a sudden now we're asking them to cover 6, 6.5. This Brooklyn team has been bad, though. Like, this is a team that just lost against the Utah Jazz in their last game. They have lost 5 in a row. They've lost 8 of their last 9. And this has been a Nets team that started off well this season that has really fallen off as of late. This is an easy pass for me because I don't want the Brooklyn Nets in any way, shape, or form right now. However, I'm not laying a number at the Portland Trailblazers.
No. This is another 1-800-GAMBLER game. As much as I would love to say, let's go after the Nets, they've been a covering machine for us. They really haven't been anymore. I miss the Nets team that would cover spreads for us. They were once like 8 games over 500 for covering. Now they're 20-18-1.
They were covering darlings.
They were our covering darlings, and now they not doing anything. So kind of rough to see. But I'm gonna end up staying off this one. Portland's been playing better as of late.
Yeah.
Portland's one of those teams that they should be tanking more, but they're not, which I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lottery, so they'll still have a chance at the number 1 seed. But Portland, I mean, is only 6 games back for a playing spot, so no, okay.
Stop it.
I'm obviously joking. I would lean Portland, I guess, but not anything I needed to get involved with.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there.
Cool. I came to kick ass and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of gum. Time to hit Texas Hold'em and Sailor Jerry, and then a strip club.
Nice.
Go for it. Hello, and I have my bet, win, repeat shirt. There you go.
I got the Morning Wood shirt on.
We don't need to know about that, Nick. No. Over 217. Just motivated me. Nets and ECU 2-game parlay.
Oh, good God. That is disgusting.
DePaul versus Marquette are going to have. We going with those Devils?
Well, they're the Demons. They're the Blue Demons. But yeah, I don't.
We didn't bet that game, and it's not a system play. So, I don't think there was any system-esque plays. There's 3 ranked matchups tonight, which is fun, but there's no system plays today. So no, we're not really going after that one like that.
And our numbers had that exactly at a 14. So yeah.
And adding Habs money line to those 2-leggers. Demons and Devils. What's the difference?
They're playing Utah. Good point. I was just being a smartass and correcting you.
Do we head to hockey?
Yeah, let's head to hockey. The Detroit Red Wings and the San Jose Sharks. The Red Wings minus 210 favorites in this game, total of 6 in this game. But don't look now, Tim. The Detroit Red Wings are the hottest team in hockey since the coaching change. Really, this Red Wings team all of a sudden does not know how to lose. They have won 7 games in a row against Washington, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Chicago, Seattle. Now they're playing San Jose. San Jose is coming in off of 3 straight losses where they've scored a combined 4 goals. This is obviously a San Jose Sharks team that's reminding us they're still going through a learning phase. They're still a team that is not going to be very good, and they're still a team in a rebuild. I have this game projected for the Red Wings to be minus 210 favorites. I think this line's correct. I have this game projected for 5.62 goals. I think this line should be more like a 5.5 rather than a 6. And one thing we have seen with the Sharks is they've struggled to score as of late. 1 goal, 2 goals, 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1 in the last 7 games. They have failed to score more than 3 goals in their last 10 because previous to that, 3, 3, and 2. So this is a team that is not getting you team totals other than when they're 2.5 in the 3 games there out of the 10. The only thing that would scare me off of a under right now in this game is Detroit's been anything but 6 goals, 5 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals in the last during their winning streak for them. They have given up 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. So maybe it's a Sharks team total under in this spot. I kind of see this as a game where the Red Wings win, cover a puck line, and the game goes under. So I see something along the lines of 4-1 Sharks or 4-1 Wings would be my guess in this game. It would be under or nothing if I'm getting involved in this game. If this was a 6.5, I probably would pull the trigger.
I don't know. I kind of want to look towards the Sharks. I know that's kind of gross again. Although this is a Sharks team that's lost 3 in a row and way too many for me to count before. Even though they had the 2-game winning streak to start the year against Tampa Bay and New Jersey, and then they haven't done anything since. And then you got a Detroit team that unfortunately is starting to rattle off a bunch of wins, which is kind of annoying. But Sharks are nothing, getting some plus money. NHL is one of those sports that I have to really like a play in order to want to bet it. So nothing stands out in this game.
Fair. Yeah. It's probably be Wings or nothing for me personally.
Nice Sporting Wood shirt. Mine's at home.
Yep.
I might tail Lex parlay. It's ugly. I like it. Hey, if it's ugly enough, over 6. I'm saying $10 on the Nets. Habs ECU is 16-1. I mean, friends don't talk friends off of plus money, but the ECU part's just gonna make you lose. So, Red Wings puck line, cover CBJ. Hey, maybe CJ can maybe CBJ can cover some beach. Anyways, pass. This should be a fun game, Nick.
Yeah, let's get into it. This Dallas Stars and the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a pick 'em. Total 5.5 in this game. One thing that caught my attention is I had this game projected for 6.41 goals. How is this a 5.5? And this Toronto team has dominated this head-to-head series. Actually, looking at it, 7 straight wins for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Dallas Stars, which is really interesting there. The Dallas Stars are coming in off of a loss in their last game, which snapped a 7-game winning streak for them. They lost 3-2 against the Ottawa Senators. This is a spot where I kind of like the Stars. It is the last game of a road trip, but they are coming off a loss. I have the Stars projected around a -130 favorite in this game, and I have this game projected for 6.41 goals. This is where I'll get my day started. I'm going to be on the over 5.5. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to add Dallas as well. That's my ultimate question in this game is whether or not I would like to add the Stars to my plays, which they're now -115 range, which I think will ultimately be enough to keep me off. I will play the over 5.5 though in this game at -120.
Man, I kind of want to look towards Toronto in this one. They're coming off of back-to-back losses to Carolina and then to Vancouver, but that was their first game back home. Now they've got this game, and then they got New Jersey coming up next. So that is, you got a Western matchup and then an Eastern matchup. I think they'd be more inclined to put more into the Eastern matchup, but that's just me. On the opposite side, you get Dallas, who has been running really nice lately, even though they did lose their last game. Dallas is one of the best teams in the Western Conference. And when it comes to it, I still kind of lean towards Toronto in this one. Now, I would be more worried about Toronto if they were playing like Anaheim tonight or something like that instead of an actual good team. So I will say I'm probably going to end up taking Toronto, and I'll probably end up looking towards their puck line.
Sure. Red Wings puck line. Yeah. Is Georgiev in net? Maybe. I would have to look a little bit deeper. But I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. I think Askarov is definitely better. Yeah. Lenny probably has a Red Wings Lions parlay for today / this week. Yeah. Isn't this a system play?
Yes,
and I played the over 5.5, not even realizing this is a system play. The Maple Leafs are coming off of a 3-0 loss against the Vancouver Canucks. So yeah, I played this because of my spreadsheet, not because of the total or not because of the shutout. Yeah, I saw that. Stars money line took the Leafs and under last night when it was a 6. Leafs. The only thing that interests me in the Montreal game is the draw. Parlay, Austin Matthews goal. I could see that. Over 5.5. Leafs or nothing. Austin Matthews over 1.5 points. Leafs starting their losing goalie. Sam should be dancing with the Stars. I'm interested in the Stars a little bit there. Maybe it's a Stars team total. But we'll move on to the next one here. The marquee matchup of the day. Columbus Blue Jackets and I typed in some. Did I type this one in wrong? Yeah, I did. Because it's the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, same
and the Anaheim and the Columbus Blue Jackets. So let me quickly switch that. Philadelphia Flyers, Columbus Blue Jackets. It's a pick 'em. Total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the projections for this game. For me, I have this game projected Flyers -120 range. So slightly lean towards Philadelphia in this game. Got this game projected for 5.81 goals. So seeing this at a 6.5 kind of surprised me. I was anticipating more of a 6 in this one. Here's the thing, though. I don't really trust the Flyers defensively for a under. I mean, other than their shutout win against Anaheim, this team has given up at least 3 goals in 5 of their last, in 5 of the last 6 games. The only one they didn't was that shutout win against Anaheim. On the flip side, Columbus, they're coming in on 4 straight wins. They're playing some good hockey as of late. They beat St. Louis twice, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. And they've gone over at 8 of the last 10 games, which ultimately is going to keep me off the under. I don't trust either of these teams with an under, but my spreadsheet says this could be an under. So under 6.5 or nothing for me. It's just I don't trust either of these teams to play defense. And their goaltending is subpar, which can really because the way my numbers go is that goalies have no effect on it. So these goalies are, I think, both subpar with Elvis Merzlikins, and then whether it's Kolosov or whether it's Erson or whether it's for the Flyers, I don't have any faith in either of their goaltenders. So ultimately, no play here for me. Under 6.5 or pass if I'm looking at this game.
I want to go Columbus. What did Philadelphia do in their last game? They beat Florida.
Yeah.
They came back and beat Florida. Scored 3 goals in the third period. And and then they were coming off of a 6-0 win. But I think coming off of the Florida win, then going on the road, this Columbus team has been a scrappy squad that's kind of keeping themselves in playoff contention, I believe.
Yeah, they are.
Aren't they in a wild card? They are in a wild card spot at the moment. That is crazy to say. I would be going. I kind of think Columbus wins this game, and Philadelphia kind of stays down low. Letdown spot after a big win versus Florida.
I could definitely see that, especially on the second half of a back-to-back. That's fair. I could see it.
Good. I'm glad you could see it.
Flyers money line. Columbus Blue Jackets. Flyers on a back-to-back and CBJ open -115. That was a gift. Fedotov is the Flyers losing goalie. Yep. Over. Yeah. Let's get into this one, which I end up doing a free pick video for. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Boston Bruins. We have the Lightning -125 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. This was another one that caught my attention that it was a 5.5. I'm on the over 5.5. I got that at -120 last night. And I'm starting to see some 6s out there for this total. Shop around as always. You'll be able to find decent. Probably be able to still find 5.5s out there because I think there's still 5.5 in a few spots. And my projections for this game here, I do have the Lightning as favorites in this game around -120. And I have this game projected for 6.27 goals. So I do have this game projected more to be a 6 rather than a 5.5. And these two teams just played each other on the 9th, so 5 days ago, and it was a 4-1 win for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I do kind of lean Bruins in this game. If I had to bet a side in this one, it would be Boston or nothing. The Tampa Bay Lightning are coming in off of a 5-2 win against the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. They've received points in 4 straight. On the flip side, we had the Boston Bruins, who snapped a 6-game losing streak with a win in overtime against the Florida Panthers last game. So kind of interesting there. Is that momentum? Is this a letdown spot? I would think it would be more momentum for Boston rather than letdown spot. It would be Boston or nothing. I got the over 5.5 at -120.
Tampa Bay played Pittsburgh twice in a row. Oh, no, never mind. Covers has it twice. Why does Covers have it twice?
Have what?
So on Covers, it shows 2 times that on the 12th, Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay played. And then it shows Malkin as a goalie and Yari as a goalie.
Yeah, you got something wrong there.
That's on covers. That's funny. Oh no, hold on. I sorry I just want to show you so you can know why I kind of got thrown off. Pittsburgh. Apparently, Evgeny Malkin's now a goalie.
Yeah, he gave up 5 goals too. That makes sense.
Yeah, rough start for him. But no, these are two teams that, as long as this doesn't go to overtime, I'll be happy. I don't want to go after this game. I feel like it's Tampa or nothing, but that's just because I'm not high on Boston this year.
Yeah, I think this is a good spot for Boston. Does not mean I think they'll win.
Correct.
But if I'm betting this game, it would be Boston or no bet.
There you go.
LOL. Teams don't have losing goalies. I mean, they have their lesser goalies. They're not losing goalies. Yeah. Georgiev is a losing goalie. There you go. Bolts -1.5 over 5.5. There you go. Yeah, I got the -120 as well. We'll keep it going. The Pittsburgh Penguins are taking on the Seattle Kraken. With the Penguins -130 favorites in this game, total of 6 in this spot here. My projections do have the Penguins as favorites. They have them along the lines of 135 favorites in this game, and I have this game projected for 6.325 goals. So projected is closer towards a 6.5 rather than a 6. So gun to head would be the over would be my spot in this game. Pittsburgh has been a little bit of a tricky team this year. They are 18, 19, and 8. They are the overtime loss kings this year, other than the Vancouver Canucks. The Penguins have lost now back-to-back games, and they've actually lost 6 of their last 7 games. However, in those 7 games where they've lost 6 of them, they've received 5 points because they have 3 overtime losses in there as well. So this is a Pittsburgh team that is not winning hockey games right now, but they're picking up points. Talking about not winning hockey games, that's also what the Seattle Kraken are doing. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. This is a hard pass for me. No interest in this game whatsoever. These are two teams I'd rather bet against than bet on right now. And this would be probably, if anything, over or nothing. And that would be the only way I'd look in this game.
I kind of want to go Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh puck line's like +180. I know this is a team that Nick doesn't like betting at all this year. But I kind of want to go towards them, even though, as you mentioned, they've lost 6 out of 7. So they haven't looked great. The fact that they're favorited should tell you enough.
They're favored because the Kraken can't get out of their own way.
Kraken have also lost 5 out of 6. Can this be your 1-800 gambler game of the day?
Probably.
I feel like that could be a 1-800 gambler game for sure. It's Penguins puck line or nothing.
Yeah, it's over or nothing for me, but this is a pretty simple pass.
Fair enough.
Let's see. What's good, Markel? Easy pass game, agreed. I'm on Cavs first half -10. I'm on the Cavs -7.5 full game. Over pass and Mavs money line. I am on the Mavs plus the points. Over 6. Most teams have a losing goalie. Okay. I'm on the Thunder first half also. I didn't create the matrix. I just live in it. Fair. Let's get it today. Good luck. Let's get it, y'all. Good luck today. What's good? Stop, Gio. We just call them bad goalies, LOL, or I call them sieves.
We call them backups.
You call them backups. You call them sieves. You call them bad goalies. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them beach balls because they can't stop it. Yeah, if I said someone was a losing goalie, I'd auto fade every time they start because the team losing because of him is a lock. It would be Pens if you need a side, need to bet a side. Kraken are terrible. Yep. Lakers burned their fans last night. Yep, they did.
Boo. Not a good joke. Boo.
Oh. Backups, yeah. Some great backups in the league. Yeah, there are some really good backups in the league. But some of the
I got Kenny Malkin for the Pittsburgh Penguins, apparently.
Oh, yeah. But we'll move on. The New Jersey Devils and the Florida Panthers. I don't remember the last time seeing the Panthers at this number. The Devils are minus 150 against them. It's been a hot minute since the Panthers have been this big of dogs, and I want to back the Panthers in this game. And I want the over in this one here. I think I want the over more than anything. Maybe Panthers team total over. I had this game projected for the Panthers to be a favorite in this game. The numbers for the Devils have gotten worse. What they were doing earlier in the year for me to really like them, they've stopped doing. They were a team that won the expected goal battle basically every game, and they were outplaying their opponents, and they're just not doing that as much anymore. They're still, and they're only averaging .002 more expected goals than expected goals against. When I was backing them basically every game, they would average about 1.5, 2 more expected goals than for than against. So that's kind of the shift for them here. The Florida Panthers are playing some. Their advanced metrics are awesome. This is the second half of a back-to-back for the Panthers, which is a little concerning. However, they're coming in off of a loss. I think they're actually coming off of back-to-back losses. So this would be Panthers or nothing. I definitely want the over. For the over at 6. I thought that I have this game projected for 6.7 goals. So I thought this line would be a 6.5. And I'm interested in the Panthers team total over. Because at the very least, I think if the Panthers do lose this game, they still score 3 goals. So I think I'm going to double up here with the team total over, full game over. I haven't done that in a hot minute. So I'm going to go ahead and see what the team total over is for the Florida Panthers here. And I'm getting 2.5 minus 128 over on FanDuel. So there we go. Team total over 2.5 minus 128 FanDuel. And I'm seeing full game over 5.5 here. I'm going to take that instead of the 6. Full game over 5.5 minus 135 over on Fanatics.
Could we say that it makes sense that the Devils are favored in this game?
Yes.
Okay. And that kind of I kind of want to take the Devils puck line. I'm not going to. I feel like it's another one of those that it would be a interesting spot to do so, but I don't feel the need to do it. This has been a Devils team that I know you were high on, but they haven't really looked the same as of late.
They've definitely not looked as good as of late. Yeah.
I don't know. I need to have a really good reason to go out, and there goes my covers. I need to have a really good reason to go after a hockey game. Both of these two teams have been losing as of late. Not really anything I'm interested in.
Fair. I'm just putting up the Panthers team total over on my Cappertek. All right. Head back to the chat. Panthers money line, Panthers money line, Panthers money line. Plus 135 on Caesars. There you go. Devils will have a journeyman and net, plus the Devils are overrated. See, my numbers had them very underrated earlier in the year. Now I think they're over. Their recent form suggests they're an average hockey team at the moment. NCAA suggestion tonight. Metal yellow.
Yeah, Auburn.
Auburn. There you go. Kachuk 3+ shots. And the over 6. Yes, I do like the over 6. I got 5.5 juicy though. Tim, there's a reason that minus 1.5 for the former Cup champs at the price you will never see again, maybe in a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll continue on. We get 6 games remaining, and we have the red-hot New York Islanders taking on the Ottawa Senators. For the first time this season, the New York Islanders are on a 3-game winning streak. That's pathetic. But they're playing good right now. They're minus 125 with a total of 5.5 in this game. Taking a look at the projections for this one here, I have the Islanders as a minus 130 favorite. And this is another game where these 5.5s, I'm just grabbing these 5.5s, and then my covers just went out too. So that's fun. But we have a New York Islanders team that is playing well as of late. This is the first game back after a 3-game road trip. It is Magnus Hogberg in net tonight. It's not Ilya Sorokin. So that is one thing to keep in mind as well. It's the backup right now, or the third string, because Semyon Varlamov is still out at the moment. I am playing the over 5.5 in this game between Ottawa and New York. I have this game projected for 6.26 goals, so I thought this line should be a 6. So I'll go ahead and grab the over 5.5 here.
Look, Ottawa coming off. Isn't Ottawa coming off of the Sabres game? Or have they played since?
No. They've played since.
Oh, never mind. I can't see covers anymore.
They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, okay.
And they beat the Dallas Stars.
Oh, wow. Well, my covers isn't working, so I really can't I can't look at anything right now. So, I guess I'm not going to be betting this game until not betting this game yet.
Fair. Yeah. And this would be Islanders or nothing for me, personally.
I mean, you can get a puck line around plus 210, so.
Yep. Isles are dead last in power play and penalty kill percentage. Yeah. And somehow they're only like 4 points out of a playoff spot when things couldn't have gotten any worse from them this year. They've had Varlamov miss a decent amount of time. They had Barzal miss a lot of time. They had Duclair miss a lot of time. They had Pellich miss some time. They had Pollock miss some time. They had Riley miss some time. They had, and they're only 4 points out of a playoff spot. So, former Sens goalie, yes, Islanders puck line, pass, no goal first 10 minutes, first period. Ottawa has so many injuries. Pajot goal, former Senator, I could see that. Took the Senators last night at even money. Overtime. Pajot, anytime goal. Yeah, you're all good. And we'll move on. 5 games remaining on the card. We have the Winnipeg Jets. They're taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Minus 155 for the Jets, total 5.5 in this game. This game I have projected for 5.98 goals. So once again, it's a small lean towards an over in this spot here for me. I think today could be a day with a lot of goals. And I have this game projected for the Jets to be minus 175, minus 180 favorites in this game. So my lean is Winnipeg in this matchup. Winnipeg coming in off of a win against Colorado, though. So they're coming in off feeling good after a win like that. And Vancouver, they are coming in off of that shutout win against Toronto. Ultimately, not a game I want to get involved with. It'd be Jets minus 1 in the over if I had to bet either side or total, but not betting either.
Nah. Winnipeg is still there's currently 3 teams tied for the best team in hockey. Winnipeg, Vegas, and Washington still. So you got that, but I don't feel the need to do it. Vancouver is a really good road team, though. 12-5-4 on the road. So if I'm going to trust them, it's going to be on the road compared to when they're at home. They're 7-8-6. So that's kind of interesting to see. Not really a game that I feel like I needed to get involved with. What's the next game on the docket? I will say I do have one 2 games from now.
All right. Fair. Yeah. Over. I could definitely lean over at 5.5. Jets team total. Yeah, I can make an argument for that. maybe draw and Mark Scheifele goal. Yeah, I could see that. We'll move on. We have the St. Louis Blues and the Calgary Flames. The Blues minus 160 favorites in this game with a total of 5.5. Another 5.5 total. We're seeing a lot of low totals. Is one thing I've noticed. I have this game projected at 6. I have this game projected for the Blues to be minus 190. So I have this game projected very similar to the last game we just talked about between the Jets and the Canucks. I have this projected very similar here. So this would also be favorite and over or pass. And we have the St. Louis Blues, who are off of a loss in their last game. They lost to Columbus. They've lost two to Columbus there. This is a team that's been struggling a little bit, the Blues, even though their advanced metrics suggest they should be playing better, which makes me want to back them because I think there's going to be value on the Blues. However, do I want to lay a number with the Blues is the question mark. The answer is really no. I don't really want to lay a number with the Blues like this. So this would probably either be like a team total over spot because I do lean Blues minus 1 in the over or something along those lines. Ultimately, not a game I'm getting involved with, but that would be the I think this is a very similar cap to the Winnipeg Jets and Vancouver Canucks. I think if I would be betting the Blues minus 1 in the over 5.5 here, I would have to bet the Jets minus 1 and over 5.5 the previous game as well.
Lines are very similar, so I understand that one. How about Calgary currently in a playoff spot?
Yeah, I remember a lot of people thought this was going to be one of the worst teams in hockey.
Yeah, no, I didn't think they would be. I know that once they got rid of they got rid of a bunch of players, but it was all the players that didn't want to be there. So
yeah,
21, 14, and 7. They look good this year. I would kind of lean Calgary in this game. Getting some nice plus money on them on the road. Even though on the road they are 7, 8, and 4 compared to 14, 6, and 3 at home. So they are a lot better at home, but I wouldn't be overly worried about it. It would be leaning towards Calgary for me.
Yeah. I'm still Blues or nothing for me, but yeah, I can understand wanting to take a shot at Calgary Flames. They've been a much better home team than road team though. That's one thing that we'll keep in mind.
Well, most teams are.
Yeah. So many 5.5s. Yeah. And I kind of want to take them all over. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I kind of lean towards overs on a lot of those. My usual Blues stuff, Blues puck line, anytime goal, Kyrou and Holloway. There you go. Holloway. All right. Draw plus 325. Blues puck line, but pass. Yeah, that would be it'd be Blues minus 1 for me. Who's in net? My guess is Binnington and Wolf.
Jay Binney.
I don't really see a need for backups because neither of these teams are. Who start? I don't have covers up. Who started last night for the Calgary Flames, and that'll be your answer. If it was Wolf last night, then he won't be starting tonight. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Is this is the second half of a back-to-back for the Flames, which I guess is a little bit of a element that is not involved with the Jets game is the Dogs on a back-to-back. Let's see who they have for this game here. Oh, they have Ville Husso confirmed for the Red Wings. Let's see. Vladar and Binnington neither are confirmed. I believe it was Wolf last night. Yeah, Wolf did start last night, so it'll probably be Vladar, which makes me like the Blues even more. So my computer's being slow. There we go. Matthew Coronado goal. Sharon Govich goal. Maybe Malkin started for the Flames last night. No, he started for the Penguins a couple nights ago. Gino Malkin, elite goalie. Yeah. Magnus Hugberg confirmed for the Isles. Who's that guy? He played in the Utah game as well. He played pretty well. He was Ottawa goalie a couple seasons ago, and he's an okay backup. Not anybody I'm going all crazy for. But we'll move on to 3 games remaining. This one is interesting. We had the Vegas Golden Knights and the Nashville Predators. The Golden Knights minus 110 favorites on the road, total of 6. My numbers have this game at a 6.65. I'm interested in yet another over. Vegas and yeah. So I have this game projected for Vegas to be about pick'em. So I know a lot of people are looking at this game being, wow, Vegas is a pick'em. This is a weird. My numbers projected at a pick'em. Because Nashville's numbers are getting better. Their advanced metrics are getting better, which are interesting there. I lean over the total here at 6 because my numbers have this game at 6.65, and that tells me that this line should be more of a 6.5 rather than a 6. And if we're starting to see some 5.5s out there, yeah, I'm seeing 5.5 over on ESPN Bet and DraftKings. I'm going to grab that. This line should be closer to a 6.5, not a 5.5. So give me over 5.5 here, Nashville and Vegas.
Give me Vegas puck line. I'm tired of getting suckered into the Nashville Predators. I've lost too many bets on them this year, so I'm not going to touch them. I'm going Vegas. This is my cup team, and they are currently tied for the best team in hockey, and I think they are the best team in hockey. So that's I'm going to keep rolling with them. This is a team that you know my stance on them, obviously. So Vegas puck line plus 210. Roll with the best team in hockey.
Fair. Let's see. This line confused me. Took VGK anyway. Yeah, this line is suspect. VGK versus Preds. It is Vegas minus 1.5. I'm taking the bait. There you go. Marchessault goal. OMG. Yes, Marchessault goal. Yes, Marchessault goal. Former Vegas Golden Knight. Parlay all the overs in every game. I would even say you can parlay all the over 5.5s in every game. Bump these 6s and 6.5s down to 5.5s. Might even fall for the trap, but I took Vegas and even money last night. Wow. Vegas on the road, no thanks. Jack Eichel day to day. Maybe that's why the line's sus. Maybe. Vegas 11-5-3 on the road. No goal first 10 minutes. Preds are 8-3 at home. I'm dead wrong on that. My fault. Pass. Fair. We'll move on. A little bit of a surprise team this year, Tim. The Montreal Canadiens. I believe last time I checked, they're currently in a playoff spot. Unfortunately, I do not have.
No, they're not. They're 2 points back.
Okay, they were. Okay. I have this game projected Utah minus 125, and I have this game projected at 5.9 goals. So slightly towards the over here, and slightly towards Montreal. Montreal's been a fun little squad as of late. They are coming in off of a loss against Dallas. They've had a few days off, though. They had some nice wins during that stretch, though. And this is a Montreal team that, as a road dog, I'm interested in. So for me, it's a lean towards Montreal if I'm getting involved in this game at all. And I'm kind of curious to see what the number on Montreal is, plus 130. I like it. I don't know if there's enough risk reward for me there. I do think Montreal might be the better team between these two, though. And Montreal has really developed into this young up-and-coming team that can have some value as a dog because they don't know any better. So lean towards the Habs and the over, but no play.
I feel like a lot of people really like the Habs today. I feel like that's a very popular play at the moment. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Also, who wants to lay minus 155 against Utah?
Nobody. On Utah, nobody. But this is a Montreal team. I know a lot of the teams that, and it is kind of frustrating seeing Montreal move up, seeing Columbus be up there, seeing Ottawa down up there. and then Buffalo at the bottom of the standings. But Montreal has just been one of those teams. They've been good this year, so I'm not going to take anything away from them. I would lean towards Montreal at plus money. I don't hate it. It just seems like it's overly popular to me.
Sure. LOL, if we mention the Vegas donkey, we have to put up the picture.
I don't have the picture on me right now.
Oh, Eichel. Yeah.
Eichel.
Is Dubas in net? I think it's Monty in net. Habs money line. Monty is expected. Yeah. Over 5.5. I've never seen so many 5.5s in my life, right? Are we in 2010 right now? Mood. But we'll head to the final game of the night. The Colorado Avalanche and the New York Rangers. We have the Avalanche minus 160 favorites, total of 6 in this game. I have this game projected minus 140 for Colorado. I have this game projected for 6.31 goals. So slightly lean towards the over, slightly and really no lean on the side, because I think that this number is about right for both, and there's no value on either team in this game. New York, they head to Utah after this. They played Vegas. They're playing in Colorado, and then they're playing in Utah, and then they'll head back home for a game against Columbus. On the flip side, Colorado, they're returning back after a 3-game road trip where they went 1-2. They lost to Chicago, bounced back, and walloped the Wild 6-1, and then they lost 3-0 to the Winnipeg Jets. So, okay, there we go. There's a play there. We have the Colorado Avalanche coming in off of a shutout loss. And my spreadsheet does present a little bit of value on this play. I'll take the over 6 in this game. I'm seeing over. Wow, we're starting to see some 6.5s out there. Over 6 minus 130. The last one minus last 6 available over on FanDuel minus 130 for me.
There you go. Is this a Rangers team that's starting to play better yet?
Yeah.
I know that they're the only teams they're ahead of in the Eastern Conference is the Islanders and the Sabres. That's hilarious.
State of New York hockey is not the greatest.
It's Colorado puck line or nothing. Although the Rangers have won 3 out of 4, and the one game they lost was an overtime loser, so they're getting points again. But no, nothing that I need to get involved with. Probably Avalanche puck line or nothing in this one.
Fair.
Go back to the chat for the last time today, and then
Sorry, I was writing down.
No, sorry, you could
try. You're good. I'm out. Good luck. See ya. Over 6.5. Avs puck line. There you go. Now I thought it was the playoffs in January with all these 5.5s. Yeah. I want to take the Rangers, see how the night plays out. Yeah, definitely. Avs and the over Avs puck line. Askarov and Ville Husso, I would definitely take a look at the Sharks. Yeah, I like Askarov a little bit. I truly think the Preds fumbled the bag on that one. And Mikko Suave, anytime goal. All right, but that is everything for today's card, Tim.
Yeah, that's going to do it. We have 8 plays in college basketball, 3 in the NBA up on the site, and we'll see what Nick puts up on the site for NHL. We already have our best bet in for the college football playoff, which if you guys are watching, you already know what it is. But all that stuff is available if you become a member of the YouTube channel, along with the spreadsheet for college basketball that we update every single day for every single game. So if you guys are interested in that, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day, help support the channel. Yeah, but that's going to do it. Let's go Power Rangers. Irish next week. Yes, Irish. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow. Peace out, guys.